the Hub Conference, continuing our coverage. And today I've got the man who started Everytable. Thank you so much, Sam, for stopping in.
Well, thank you.
All right, so Everytable, a very different concept. I would say you're maybe one of the only concepts like this. Explain to our audience a little bit about what Everytable is.
Yeah, so Everytable is a social enterprise that is basically reinventing the fast casual restaurant industry in a couple of different ways.
Okay.
The first thing is that we are making healthy grab-and-go meals that are affordable for everybody. But then we also open stores in underserved neighborhoods, often called food deserts, where there's very little fresh food for sale and tons of fast food.
Yeah.
And in those neighborhoods, we sell these same meals for $4 to $5, so literally cheaper than fast food.
So how are you pulling that off? Are you trying to balance that? It's like a loss leader here?
It's not. In fact, it's not a loss leader. Like, every store is meant to be profitable, but just differently profitable. We basically think that the sort of restaurant model hasn't evolved that much in the last 50 years. So you still have these, even in fast casual locations, big footprint stores, 2,500 square feet of space, still a big kitchen, still 10 to 15 employees. And what that means is that you have a high cost structure, so you can't sell food at an affordable price. The problem is that over 50% of meals are now purchased outside of the home, and there's not a lot of people that can afford $13 meals every day. So the way we get around that is we have a single kitchen that is shared by all our locations. And so every morning, all these fresh meals are made by some incredible chefs and then packaged in grab-and-go containers and then delivered to the stores, bright and early that morning. But what that allows us to do is that, instead of a 2,500 square foot of space, we have 700 square foot spaces. They only have 2 employees because there's no kitchen, it's just refrigerated display cases. You can buy 1 meal for lunch, but then you can also buy 5 meals and put it in your fridge for the rest of the week.
So to scale this, you have to essentially set in a commissary in a localized area and then start kind of that hub and spoke approach.
Yeah, but the beauty of that commissary model is that once you get to a certain size, maybe it's 8,000 square feet or 10,000 square feet, we think that commissary could then support 20, 30, 40, even 50 stores.
There's a couple of concepts like Munchery up in San Francisco that kind of has that prepackaged meal, throw it in the oven type thing. Do you feel like that is something that society in general, consumers, are going to say, yeah, this is the new way to do it over here, rather than going in, sit down in a Chipotle, eating my burrito?
Yeah, so I think it's a great question. And for us, that's why we think the time is now for this. And here's what I mean is 10 years ago, logistically, you could have done the model that we're doing, but I don't think people were ready for it. They were still just getting used to fast casual. But now, you'll see even concepts like Sweet Green, where you're making all the food in front of you, but they also have this to-go ordering. And so, in fact, I read a stat the other day that was over 50% of restaurant meals are to-go right now, which is that people are starting to trust that the food is fresh. There's this high caliber of food out there that you have to meet just to be in the game. But at the same time, people don't want to wait in that line. Even at Chipotle, it's fast casual, but hey, at a lunch rush, it's not all that fast. The issue the restaurant industry is facing is that they need to reduce labor costs. But my belief is that you can't reduce it to zero, because at the end of the day, it's a human business.
The hospitality side of it. And that's an argument we've had many times is, will we ever see a true robotization of our industry? Probably not. It really is that connection between people that, and food is just designed to be that way. It's just, it's something that you share, and we love it. Sam, thank you so much for letting us pick your brain.
Thanks for a great interview. I really appreciate it.